Chaos from Ferguson spilling over to right here in Jackson. You can see we're at the corners of Pearl Street and State Street, right in the heart of downtown Jackson, where protesters are blocking the street right now. And this used to be a house. We just talked to two women who were inside the house when the tornado came through. They said they both ran into the bathroom and hid there. Bullet went in this window, shot all the way through the vehicle, and came out on the other side. There were more than 22,000 chickens inside. Now, they tell me that they were able to save some of the chickens. And if you look over here, there's one right here. I almost stepped on this guy just a second ago, but they're kind of just walking around a few out here. Now, we're not sure if they all made it out. But again, no people were injured in this fire that is still burning. Now, they did tell us that the driver of this truck, he was okay. An ambulance showed up about an hour ago and took him away for some minor injuries.
Emily, gay couples can't go out and get married right away.
No, not just yet, Keegan. Now, it was about 2 weeks ago that a judge heard arguments in this case right here inside the federal courthouse in downtown Jackson. For those of us who don't think we have a chance of winning the race, there's always the costume contest. After all the hard work, it's time to finally hit the track. Protesters packed the streets of downtown Jackson Tuesday morning, chanting, carrying signs, and blocking traffic.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
They held up the busy intersection of Pearl and State Streets during rush hour, bringing morning commuters to a halt for about 20 minutes.
I'm trying to go to work. I'm concerned about everything, too, but this ain't helping nobody.
Yeah, right.
That's my concern.
It was all in protest to a Missouri grand jury's decision not to indict Officer Darren Wilson in the shooting death of unarmed teen Michael Brown.
We came out today to stand in solidarity with the people from Ferguson, Missouri, to let a message resonate with people here in Jackson that Black lives do matter.
Ferguson is everywhere. Say wake up, man.
Protesters marched through the downtown area and ended up at Capitol and Ferris Street, where police asked them to leave.
I don't know what you come to do.
After police cleared protesters from the streets, they gathered here on this roundabout to pray for peace in Ferguson and peace here at home.
God, we ask that you protect all the Michael Browns in the world.
We have Ferguson situations in Jackson, Mississippi, so we just glad that the Ferguson situation was able to bring light to everything that's happening in our area itself.
Protesters say even though Jackson is some 500 miles from Ferguson, they have no choice but to stand up for what they believe.
Well, that allows us an opportunity to fix it from the birthplace of where some of these issues began. And I think that healing, I mean, we can be first in football, we can be first in changing our people and changing the way we think.
I am Mike Brown.
In Jackson, Emily Alexander, 16 WAPT News.
Boom, I seen the tree come down.
Trees crashing to the ground in Lincoln County Friday morning.
Boom, that's when I heard another tree on the other end of our street fall.
Lawrence Smith was driving home when wind and lightning lit up the morning sky.
I was like, Lord, let me make it home. I got kids, and everything started to flash through my mind because, you know, at those times there, you think about your loved ones when you're out in that kind of weather.
Oh, man, it was like, I'm talking about something crashing down on something, man.
Just down the road, a giant tree crashed through Ricky White's expedition, and another landed on his house.
My first thing was to get my kids, though, you know, because the wind was real high.
It just missed my house, and you see the power lines and everything.
And next door, Jackie Laird thought it was a tornado when she heard the racket.
The side of my house started flapping. The noise was loud. I got a big boom in my backyard just like this. I got an oversized large tree come within inches of hitting my house.
She wants to know, where was the warning?
I get text messages all the time about weather from every county. And I got no text message. And usually my phone will wake me up.
We had no warnings on this storm whatsoever, and I think it was just a pop-up thing that nobody really expected.
As soon as the storm passed, crews were out working to clear streets and clean up as much of the damage as possible.
We have all of our crews, city and county, along with all of our law enforcement out working.
She says more than 6,000 people lost power because of the storm. They're working as quickly as possible to turn the lights back on. In Brookhaven, Emily Alexander, 16 WAPT News.
The strongest dances are moving on.
After watching countless performances and debating for hours, the judges have spoken.
The jury stayed last night and made the difficult decisions to make the cut for those moving into round 2.
The most difficult is just when we get all the scores back and we have to decide where the cutoff is, you know, and it's those people either side of that cutoff that's tricky.
54 of the 91 dancers advance in the competition. Those who are moving on are breathing a sigh of relief.
They told us at like 1:30 in the morning last night, so awesome. We made it, but I'm very grateful to be able to step on the stage again.
Japan has 11 dancers going to round 2, more than any other country. The U.S. is close behind, with 10 dancers remaining in the competition.
It is a little nerve-wracking. There are some really amazing competitors here, and hopefully I'll be able to represent my country the best that I can.
Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing, but these dancers do. They've worked for years just to be able to compete in this competition.
I had trained to come here for about 4 years, every single day. So to find out that I was even invited to come was probably one of the happiest moments of my life.
In Jackson, Emily Alexander, 16, WAPT News.